guys, here your Gamescape Up 964 here, and I'm back with another video. Today, I've got for you guys my first Jungle Cup tournament of this month. So without further ado, let me get through to my experiences and the battles. So before we get started, here is my team. I have Victory Bell, Raichu, Beedrill, Vigoroth, Noctowl, and Respiquen. Alright, so this is my first opponent. Asukare 1. I think this is our third meeting because I fought against him in Nightmare as well as Rainbow. And here we are again in Jungle. So he's got a team of Vigoroth, Venusaur, Noctowl, Fortress, Pijo, and also Raichu. So we both had the same electric types. It's gonna be a Raichu face-off. See with these battles. So going into the first battle, I decide to lead with my trusty Raichu. He led with Noctowl, so this is an amazing start. Caught the lead. So I was waiting for him to switch out here, because staying in with Noctowl here is very risky. But he was fast attacking me, so I decided to go for the bait. Because had I went straight for the wild charge there, it would have knocked him out. But he didn't shield, so I was surprised. I think he caught my bait there. Play on him. But then he sky attacked me, so I didn't take that much damage. And here we started to lag a little bit, but he swapped out his Noctowl finally for his Fortress. So I brought in my own. Never mind. I brought in Vigoroth instead. Against this Fortress. So he manages to get off a charge move first. This is Heavy Slam. I decided to not shoot that because I did not want to give up a shield advantage. Because we're both still at 2 shields. So I went for the Body Slam here. Again, he didn't shield, which of course. But then I went for a second Body Slam here. I had enough energy. And he shielded, so finally after taking longer than expected, the shield advantage goes to me, and I under-tapped that to get another Body Slam off just before. Bang. Taking out that Fortress. Then he brought in back his Noctowl, which is a cue for me to bring in back my Raichu, which has loaded energy. So I'm just gonna wild charge it straight away this time. And he didn't shield, so that was pretty good for my end. His last mon is his own Raichu. At this point I was like, crap. I have Noctowl in the back. So this is a reverse situation. But I did call that brick bait carefully. Here I was thinking, is he baiting me? Yes, he was baiting. Ah man, Raichu is just so fun. Off the baits he can. The sky attack there, he shielded. So at least now his Raichu is out of shields. So yeah, I was fine with letting Noctowl going down at this point because I have a shield, I have Raichu in the back, which can finish off his own Raichu. But he unleashes a flurry of brick breaks. I decided to shield this one because at this point I have almost enough energy for a Psychic. Decided to go for it, and I managed to get it. Thus, taking down the Raichu, taking game 1. That was a risky shield on my end because had he got another brick break off, my Noctowl would have been gone, and then my Raichu would have... I had energy in the back, so maybe I would have won it still, but it would have been a lot closer. So GG's Asukare. The first game. So moving on to the second game, I decided to go with Vigoroth this time as my lead. He led with Noctowl again, so still favorable towards me. So Vigoroth is just body slam spamming his way to victory against a Noctowl most of the time. So he gets off his charge move first because I decided to just go with counters and wait for an opportunity to reach the body slams. Right here I have enough for 2 body slams, so I decided to let off first. Doesn't shield. Fair enough. I got off a second one right after that. This is where he shields. So I was thinking at this point I could just counter that Noctowl to death, but I was thinking of switching up to my Raichu there. take the sky attack, but it didn't happen, so I just took it. Took the damage there. And since I took that much damage, I didn't really want to farm it with so I just went for a body slam. Just enough to knock out Noctowl. Then he brought in his Venusaur. Interesting. So just before my Regrowth goes down, it manages to get off one more body slam, which did more than half, and in total it did more than half damage to its health, to Venusaur's health. So I brought in my Noctowl, making him use the energy here. Sludge Bomb, just chunk Noctowl a bit. And then he switches out his Venusaur for, again, his Raichu. So I had to swap out to my own Raichu, and here we have a Raichu mirror match. You're never gonna see this a lot in jungle. So nobody wants to run a Raichu for some reason. Yeah, he big breaks me there, and I don't know why, but I was going for the Wild Charge. I should have just instant Brick Break, because Wild Charge doesn't actually do that much to Raichu. I mean, like, yeah, even though it's frail. I don't know why I went for Wild Charge, and he shielded anyway, so all the energy I just built up went to waste. So I was like, yeah. I was like, at this point, I messed up, I lost. So now this Raichu, if I can get the Psychic off, it's gonna be able to get off a charge move. I wasn't so sure whether it was Brick Break or Wild Charge. I probably shouldn't have shielded there, because, yeah, the Venusaur comes back in. I was thinking I could farm it, I could take it down with just wing attack so that I can sky attack or psychic the Raichu coming back in, but he manages to get off a frenzy plant, that knocked out by Noctowl, and I lose game 2. Oh man, that was a tough one. I kind of played early there, so GG's on that for the second round. Moving on to the moving on to the third round. It's a Noctowl versus Fortress, favorable to my side. I got to my sky attack. Shields straight away. It's interesting, because he really didn't want to take. He lets off a heavy slam here. I chew, so I got my second sky attack off. And he took it. So here I switch out to my Vigoroth, thinking I could just counter it to death. And that didn't work. Probably should have like got off 1 or 2 attacks before doing this. So I had to burn a shield there to keep my Vigoroth healthy. But I did have enough for a body slam. Comes in with his own Vigoroth. And coming in against an opposing Vigoroth with energy advantage, it's a very scary matchup. Very scary. He shoots the first body slam I did. I think I shoot here because I had a lot of energy. I didn't want to waste it. So yeah. I unleash a second body slam, which will take his Vigoroth to red health. Didn't manage to quite counter it to death, but it's okay, because now I can bring in my Noctowl and farm that Vigoroth. I can bring in Noctowl now, swing attack it. Try and farm some extra energy. Hopefully I can take it down before it gets off another body slam, and it worked. And then here, Raichu again. I'm like, wow. He put Raichu in the back for 3 games in a row. And here, he wild charge. I was like, oh shoot. So I at this point I knew my only hope was the brick break spam. Yes, so I got off my first brick break there. Got on my second brick break here. At this point the game was kind of over because my Noctowl had energy in the back. I could just sky attack it and yeah. His Raichu managed to get off another brick break. nearly taking out my own Raichu, and then a couple more Thunder Shocks is enough. However, my Knockdown in the back had extra energy, so I just Sky Attack for. Dang, that was close. That was a very close battle. Jeez, Asukare. You and me always had good battles as well. So by rating your performance, I'll give you a 3.5. Right, that Raichu handling was very props to you. All right, moving on to my second opponent, Reisugi Kenshin 12. I fought him before also. Nightmare. Yeah, now we're meeting in jungle. So here's the team of Vigoroth, Victreebel, Fortress, Scyther, Magnezone, and Noctowl. Interesting. So going into this first game of this second round, I decided to go with Vespi for the first time. He led with Fortress. That was a pretty bad lead for me, because in the long run, Fortress will win this. So I was going to go for Power Gem instantly, but he did manage to get off his charge first. Which I was hoping it wasn't Rock Tomb, because that would insta-KO, but luckily it was a Heavy Slam. So I immediately go for the Power Gem, hope he doesn't shield it, like, because it wouldn't do so much anyway, and he didn't shield, so we're kind of back to even. At this point I was thinking, I switch? Okay, I'm going to switch out to Vigoroth, just farm it a little bit. Here he switched out his Fortress for his own Vigoroth, and again, coming into a Vigoroth with energy is scary. Even if you're bringing in your own, you have to really spend all your shields. So same old Vigoroth matchups. Managed to get off another Body Slam here. I think he decides to let it go. No, I was wrong. He shielded. And here I was thinking, should I shield? I'll get another Body Slam. Oh, okay, I shield. I don't know whether that was the right call. I could have easily just brought him back my Vespi and farmed it with fights. That was a hard decision to make. Here he brought in his Noctowl, which was pretty good. I did have my Raichu in the back. So I switched out to my Raichu. Then here he switched out to his Fortress, who manages to get a charge move off. Unfortunately for me, it was EQ. Oh man, that was bad. Now he has a pretty fresh Noctowl against a really heavily wounded Vigoroth and XP. So I knew at this point he kinda got this game. He got me good with that EQ. Wow. I could have break the Fortress, but I didn't really want to because his health was so low. But GG's to him on that. I definitely wait. I made the wrong guess there. He didn't have enough for EQ, but it. So moving on to the second game of this second round. I led with Noctowl this time. He led with Victreebel. Yes, this was a good call. I guess he was expecting me to lead with any of these two. Either of those two. So he swapped out his Victreebel there. Running Fortress. So wow, he literally brought two things that Noctowl was good against. So thank God for me, am I right? So I decided to bring in my Vigoroth again just because I don't want it to get farmed Victreebel. I'm gonna let it take all the damage against the Fortress, and in the long run to take it out. Of course, I had to expand the shield, I think, with Vigoroth in order to take out the point because it manages to get off a hit. I body slam it once, but I managed to get off the second body slam. Of those spams, and he decided to let it go. So in the end, I just beat the Fortress without having to use a shield. That's good. So here I was hoping he would bring back his Victreebel, because if he brought back his Victreebel, I could just bring him back my Noctowl and back again. And that's what he did. So yeah, Razor Leaf does tear down Eagle, but I have Noctowl in the back. So this is still unfavorable for him. So I just immediately went for the Sky Attack to make him use a shield. So at this point we haven't used a shield at all. That's his first shield. Then he swapped out his Victory Bell again for his own Noctowl. Wow, and then I have my Raichu. Dang. That was good. I mean, my drafting here was good. But honestly, I did not expect the Victory Bell lead. I was kind of expecting for this, but it still worked. So I was going for the Wild Charge here. Just try to insta KO this Noctowl. And I did, so nice. However, here, just before my Raichu went down, I managed to get a break off. Wow, that was good. And here, he shielded this. Wow, Raichu, man. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered in the long run because I had another Sky Attack ready and I had 2 shield. So I could just shield the charge move, the Victory Bus charge move, and just farm it off for another Sky Attack and kill it. But that Raichu break and that shield mistake was crucial. So bringing back in that second game, we're now tied 1 apiece. So now moving on to the final game of this round. Again, I decided to go with Noctowl. He leads with his own Noctowl, so mirror match. Great. I hate mirror matches. Just hate them. God. Because you have to pull off some, like, most of the time you have to pull off some trickery, or you have to hope on CMP to win, so yeah, it's annoying. So he manages to get off Sky Attack first, I don't shield, but now I get off my own Sky Attack. And he doesn't shield either. But here, I switch out to my Raichu, which could have been a pretty bad play considering what he could have switched in against me. And it was, because he brought back his Victory Bell. But here I was thinking, that's fine, because I saved my Noctowl against this Victory Bell. He shielded the Wild Charge. Interesting. Then I was thinking, can I get another one? I under-tapped the Wild Charge. Holy crap. I'm telling you, man, Raichu. Oh, that Wild Charge. Even though it's not effective, it took out more than 50% of its health, so that's crazy. Here, I am safe to bring in my own Noctowl. Finish off this Victory Bell. I time it to cool down a bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna attack this Victory Bell to death. But here, he managed to get off his charge move. I didn't shield, which was a Leaf Blade, which nearly KO'd me. Oh my god. If that KO'd me, my energy would have gone to waste. But because of that, I managed to get off a Sky Attack here, a last effort Sky Attack. And he shielded with his Vigoroth, which was good. Because now, I have my own Vigoroth in the back with 2 shields. Which means I will win this matchup regardless. Unless I just choose not to shield for some weird reason. Yeah, here I use my first shield. So charging up to Body Slams. Managed to get off a second Body Slam. This was enough to knock out, knocked out the Vigoroth. And here, his Noctowl apparently had energy. So, hopefully I saved that shield. Now my Vigoroth is healthy enough and managed to get off a final Body Slam to take out that Noctowl. So, GG's Uesugi Kenshin. GG's. That was a good game. My Raichu getting off that Wild Charge there, the second Wild Charge was pretty much what set the game, because had he not had he not taken that much damage from that Wild Charge, I would probably have a tougher time taking that Victory Bell down with my... Ooh boy. Kenshin, you deserve the same rating as Asukare before, because you gave me some really tough matches, so thank you for that.
Moving on to the third round, I'm facing off against Sleep VGC. He has a team of Venusaur, Pidgeot, Wigglytuff, Vigoroth, Golden Gravel, and Fortress. The fact that he's not running a Noctowl really scares me, because as you see, Pidgeot is not that good. But as you can see, it's not too bad actually. So, yeah. So going into this first game, I lead with Beedrill, he led with Fortress. This is pretty freaking bad for me. So I decided to stay in just a little bit, build up a little bit of energy, swap out to my Vigoroth. Yet he chose to not switch out and just went for the charge move. I shielded here, he used a Heavy Slam. And he seems content with just staying in. So that kinda worries me a bit. So I went for the Bulldoze immediately thinking he won't shield. He did not shield. So this time he he swaps out his Fortress for his Pidgeot. Now that surprised me because it's worse against Vigoroth than Noctowl is, so yeah, that's a bit surprising. He shields the first Body Slam, but I had another one ready because I was farming up that Fortress a little bit. That's a good chunk. Here I was like, never mind, I'll just let it go. My Vigoroth did more than enough already against his team. But here I decided to go with Raichu. I did not take this charge, I did not show this charge move because all Pidgeot has is flying moves and they're all resisted by Raichu, so I was kind of fine with taking the damage. But here he brought back his Fortress, which managed to... Yeah, I didn't shield here. I don't know why I didn't shield there. Actually, I kept my Raichu a bit more healthy. Because, yeah. I don't know why also I went immediately for Wild Charge. I should just Brick Break. Because look at that, it's Grappler. So, with Beedrill in the back, I kind of lost this. And he didn't shield that Wild Charge, which was a surprise. I could have got off a Brick Break there as well. But, yeah, didn't work. So, Beedrill versus Grappler. This is pretty bad. I had to go for an X-Scissor there. He shields. So at this point, I thought I lost, but looking here, I managed to get off one more X-Scissor, which just nearly takes out the Graveler. Then he Rock Blasts me. I had to shield there, so it came down to the last fast move. Who's gonna go down first? My Beedrill. God damn it! I nearly pulled that out, man. Nearly pulled that out. For me, that was kind of heartbreaking. That sucked. So here, I took a chance with Noctowl against Pidgeot. Actually, no, it's not the lead matchup, but it's one of the monsters that I bring was pretty bad. And ended up pretty useless. So Noctowl vs Pidgeot. Pidgeot only wins if it bluffs an Aerial Ace. And then hits Brave Bird right after that. So I was pretty okay with this. Here, since I charged up the Sky Attack, I got to my Sky Attack first, so I was thinking there's no way he got the Brave Bird. So yeah, that was erased. So at this point is kind of a victory for me, the hit-to-hit. But he did manage to get off another erase. So I didn't want my Noctowl to take that much damage, so I shielded this one, and then went for the Sky Attack. Which he did not shield, so okay. Now here I was thinking I could farm this Pidgeot, which I did, so that's good. For me, I got enough for Sky Attack for the next Mon coming in. So I immediately went for it. It's his Vigoroth, so this is pretty good. Really good. And he immediately shoots this. But here I made a mistake. As you will see later, I chose to go with my own Vigoroth here. Shoot his Body Slam there. So at this point we're both out of shields. I was hoping this Body Slam is enough to KO, but it wasn't. Oh man, that energy I had was gone to waste. So I was like, please have Lantern in the back, cause this would be pretty bad if it's not. So I decided to go in with my Raichu out here. And he had Fortress in the back. Oh, sorry, not Lantern, I'm going to grab with my bad. Yeah. Oh man, bringing Victor out here was not a good move. Uh, yeah, that heavy slam's more than enough. Even though my Noctowl is way too low to fight this fortress. I did manage to get off one more sky attack, but yeah, it's GG's. I played badly. I should swap in my Victory Bell against his Vigoroth. That way I can save my Vigoroth of the fortress. But then again, it's like you won't know and you won't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, GG's. Sleep. GG's. Since you kind of got me there, I'm obliged to give you a higher rank than my previous opponents. I'll give you a 4.5. There you go. So for my 4th round opponent, I'm going up against Gio Pocoyo. He's a kid. And as you'll see later, it's not wise to underestimate kids. So he has Vigoroth, Venusaur, Noctowl, Fortress, Bijo. Oh wait, oh sorry, I was reading the wrong thing. He has Ivysaur, Bijo, Vigoroth, Wigglytuff, Alone Golem, and Noctowl. Oh boy, interesting. Ivysaur? Let's go. So starting off this first match, I led with Bijo, he led with Noctowl, so this is bad from the get-go. Oh man, I can't get my Bijo leads correct. So I swap out after a few poison jabs to my Vigoroth. But then here he stayed in with his Noctowl, which is pretty surprising. So he gets off his Sky Attack. I shoot. I don't want my Vigoroth to take that much damage so early. So I countered it until I have enough for 2 body slams to just quick fire them. So this is my first body slam, he shoots. And then my second body slam, so right after the first one, which he did not shoot this time. And he managed to get up one more Sky Attack. I decided to take it this time. Oh, never mind, I decided to just go with it. Okay, I don't know what's going through in my head at that moment. I think that time I wanted to conserve my Vigoroth as much as possible. Because now I know in the back, no. Because in the back he had Ivysaur. Surprising. So I went for the body slam here. He did not shoot and I immediately swap into my Bijo. Because no matter what Ivysaur does, it doesn't beat Bijo. So he shields that X-Scissor, so now I can free to just poison jab him all the way down. First Power Whip doesn't do that much because I double resist. I was trying to get him just to feint him with fast moves, but that 1 HP charge move, Surge Bomb, yeah. Luckily my Bijo didn't get knocked out, but here I was going for Surge Bomb, but yeah, he has Golem in the back. So I should have gone for X-Scissor there, but yeah, my Bijo goes down. And I have a wounded Vigoroth and a Noctowl. So I decided to kind of sacrifice my Noctowl here against this Golem. Make it waste its energy to try and take it out. Get some for Route Blast, but Noctowl survives. I tried to get a Sky Attack off, but I didn't. But luckily my Vigoroth in the back, even though its health is quite low, I had enough energy for a Bulldoze. Honestly, I could have just gone for Body Slam there, because that would be enough. But at the heat of the moment, it was pretty nerve-wracking. I wasn't sure where this match would go, but I did take the first game. So GG's there. So moving on to the second game of this round. I led with Noctowl this time. He led Vigoroth, so not so favorable for me. I was thinking he would probably lead an Ivysaur, you know. So he got off his Body Slam here. I didn't want to shield. I don't want to give up shields so early. But here, I switch out to my own Vigoroth because he used up his energy in Body Slamming my Noctowl. So I was kind of safe to just Body Slam that Vigoroth back. See whether he has to shield or not. He did shield. But here he did manage to get off a Body Slam, so I shielded here. because at this point I was thinking I could just feint him with counters. Nope. He managed to get one more body slam, so I had to double shield there, because otherwise all the energy would be wasted. So yeah, that was pretty risky on my end, because again now I'm back down on the shield disadvantage. And he brought in Ivysaur. Oh boy, this feels like a repeat of the previous game. Only this time I don't have Bijo, I have Noctowl. So he shields my first body slam, but since now that he's out of shields, this body slam would hurt a bit on that Ivysaur, would chunk it. And then I brought in back my Noctowl, go for the Sky Attack, which at that range, it's enough to knock out the Ivysaur. So I was thinking, what could his last mon be? Please don't be that Golem. It's his Golem. So yeah, I tried to go for a Psychic there, but I wasn't going to be able to reach it, so I just went for the Sky Attack, do some chip damage. Before my Noctowl goes down. Again, now I have a Wounded Vigoroth, but I do have Raichu in the back, which can beat a lone Golem because of Brick Break. So I decided to go to Raichu here since it's fresh, and I know at this range it can survive a Rock Blast, but it still does a chunk, huge chunk. So I go for the Brick Break here, which is super effective damage, but it's not enough to knock out the Golem. So here I was hoping, please let me get one more Brick Break. Come on, under tap. Yeah, the under tap. Under tap that Brick Break, which is more than enough to kill that Golem. And I take round 4. So GG's, Geo Pocoyo. It was a pleasure battling you. So if I were to give you a rating, maybe a 3 out of 5. It was kind of average, even though he did took me to the limit. So now for my final battle of this tournament, I was matched against Latios. Latios has Venomoth, Vigoroth, Noctowl, Wigglytuff, Fortress, and Magneton. Very interesting team comp. So jumping straight into this first battle, I went with my trusty old Raichu against a Venomoth, which it could go either way, but it's more favorable to Venomoth because Confusion just hurts Raichu so hard. I was thinking, should I go immediately for Wild Charge? Yes. But here we hit a bit of a lag spike. I was just keep tapping Wild Charge because who knows, he might have Poison Fang or Silver Wing in the back, tapping as well. So finally he went through, he did get off one more Confusion against me and I had to keep tapping the Wild Charge because of the timer. So yeah, I went for the Wild Charge there. He did not shield, which was very good. Because now I can afford to not shield here. There was a Poison Fang, which isn't enough to kill my Raichu. So one Thunder Shock and that Venomoth's done. So I was lucky he didn't shield that Wild Charge there because that would be pretty bad otherwise. I tried to go, I managed to get off one last Brick Break against this Vigoroth. And he shields. So Raichu not only taking out the the Venomoth, but burning the shield on the Vigoroth. Nice. So I brought in my own Vigoroth here, and since I have a shield advantage, I'll definitely win this matchup. He fires off the first body slam, and I shield because I had the advantage in this, in the shields matchup. So I kind of got the piggyback successfully there. And fire off my own body slam. He also shields. Yeah, it's a bit iffy. Like the movements are like really janky. But I got off my body slam first, and since he barely survived this body slam. So I was thinking, maybe I could survive it too. But nah, I'm not gonna risk that. Yeah, he had no shields at that time. So I was thinking maybe my Vigoroth could pull out some extra damage first before going down. Then he brought in his Noctowl, so I was like, crap, bring my own Noctowl in because I did not want him to farm my Vigoroth. So this is still pretty scary because he did farm a little bit off the Vigoroth. So he gets off the sky attack here. And he manages to get off another sky attack here. I was thinking, oh crap. Is this enough to knock out? No, it's not. So I was thinking, can I get the one more sky attack? Ugh. Under tap again. Ooh. Got hit with the under tap again. So this sky attack will be enough to finish off the knockout. Though honestly, even if I didn't get the under tap, my Vigoroth had body slam in the back, so I would probably have won that either way. But I've gotten, but this under tap business, I've kind of gotten it down already. So GG's there on the first game. So moving on to the second game of this round, of the final round of this tournament, I decided to lead with my Vigoroth. He leads with his own Vigoroth, so you know, typical Vigoroth mirror match. Whoever piggybacks wins, more or less. So normally what I do is, in this type of situation, I build up 10 counters worth of energy so that I can fire off 2 body slams, one after the other. So here's my first body slam, he has to shoot that. I was tapping my second body slam, it didn't go through. So he managed to get his first body slam off because I had to shoot that. So now I managed to get off my second body slam, which he also shoots. So yeah, I was thinking I'm gonna keep my shield advantage and let my Vigoroth go down. So I still have Raichu, I still have Noctowl. I think I brought in Raichu here. Oh no, I brought in Noctowl, my bad. Because I could take 1 or 2 body slams and try and feint it down with just wing attacks. So here's the first body slam, I chose not to shield it because body slam does hurt, but does not do a lot of damage. That doesn't make sense, why did I just say that? But again, the 1 HP, oh my god. Managed to just get off 1 more body slam, so I had to shield that. And here he brought in Wigglytuff. I was like, oh shoot, this could be bad. So I went for the sky attack here. I chunked the Wiggly a little bit. I had enough energy for another sky attack. So this will take Wigglytuff to the red. Yeah, to red health. And then I just bring in my Raichu and farm the Wigglytuff. They just Thundershocks. The Wigglytuff with just Charm does take my Raichu down below 50% health. Holy crap. Charm is painful, but then he has Noctowl in the back. I was like, oh thank god. Because honestly, if this was any other Mon, I think I would have probably lost this. Just because my Noctowl in the back had no energy at all, so thank you. Thank you Raichu so much. GG's there, Voltios. GG's. So as for rating, I'll give you a 3.3. 3.3 out of 5. No explanation needed. So that's it for this tournament, guys. I managed to place 4th. I got a pretty cool t-shirt from it. So thanks Ampang, Hilir Group, for hosting this tournament. Appreciate everyone who came. And hope to meet you all in the next tournament. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see ya.